PlayStation.
Platinum X here, back again with Will's Origin playthrough, Baldur's Gate 3. So this is going to be my first long rest for this playthrough. And long rests are very important for progressing the story. If you don't long rest, there's a lot you're going to miss out on. So really, you really shouldn't hesitate to long rest. Now I did, do both of my short rests, and I've basically did some things like I just finished the harpies at the beach. There's some things I wanted to do that because I wasn't sure if I didn't do it before my first long rest, if the kid would die. So there's some things that might need to be done before you long rest, but I'm not exactly sure if that would actually happen. I've never really tested that. But anyway, let's. I might have and just don't remember. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and talk to everybody before starting camp or
I like
rest.
Gale, but I'm keeping all my good gear well out of sight.
All right, now I've already given
Everything
Gale like
fancy
2
he
artifacts,
touches meets a grisly end.
so they're commenting about him absorbing magic items.
What can I do you for?
All right, how did you end up with that contraption in your chest?
10 air. The place? Sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh. To feel so invincible again.
Sounds like all we need to do is fix your engine, is find some infernal iron. Now, I've already given one to Damon, but I can't give him another one until Act 2.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
What does the infernal engine do to
Gives
you?
me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
What's that been like?
Agonizing. God's what I wouldn't give for a hug. A pat. Anything. You've never met anyone so desperate for a hug as this one right here. Pathetic perhaps, but true. It's my lot to bear, and I bear it badly. Ah well. Can't have it all, can you? Not today, at least. What can I do you for?
In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still with you on my tail. Which means you'd be...
Chasing a terrible devil named Karlach across Avernus. You might have heard of her. I'll be back in my home. Not a care in the world. I'd be in the middle of another adventure. So much has happened. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, this is what I was doing.
Wonder if you would have caught me. Would we have figured it all out, come to terms, or would it have been a case of last lunkhead standing? Happy the Nautiloid intervened before we snapped each other's necks.
All right. Well, that was unique.
Hey, yeah.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Apparently nothing.
Speak.
Now this will be good. Is it me, or have you been looking at me differently?
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
And I thought you cruel, stubborn, and judgmental? Not really. And what about now?
Now, well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant, in and out of battle. You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon to plunge into another. And you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
You respect me so much, then why are you such a prickly grouch? Hold on, are you coming on to me? The attraction's mutual, Lae'zel. You know how to set my heart racing. Hold on, are you coming on to me?
Isn't it obvious? I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you?
So I'm not sure. I mean, hey, what's the point of being the Blade of Frontiers if you can't have the bragging rights of plowing against Yankee, right? Like, seriously, let's do this. Sure thing. I've been wanting a hot Githyanki
I
girlfriend.
won't be your girlfriend, but I will be your lay. Yes,
Yeah, that was the
or
whole
no?
point. Yes.
Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
All right. Blade of Frontiers is gonna plow against Yankee. Woo! Yeah. No, I totally see Wyll. Like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know. I mean, he's good. He's good alignment. It doesn't mean he's like a virgin. Okay.
How can I help? Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Okay. So, Shadowheart. Now, I haven't actually been traveling with Shadowheart, so I might have missed some approvals. So my approval's probably not that good right now.
Something the matter?
Fine. What's on your mind? I must admit, you've been a surprise, and not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
All right, so that doesn't take much. Like, that doesn't take much approval for her to say that. So that's kind of like the early approval, which we can actually look and see. Neutral,
Oh, I could go for a good
neutral, medium. No, they don't show their until they're in the party.
Am I needed?
So anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and rest. Now this is definitely, well, it's not unique. It happens in every playthrough, I guess, but one way or the other,
Wyll,
whether you kill
you've
Karlak
been
or not.
naughty, and you know what happens when you're naughty.
Mizora, Zariel's lapdog.
I prefer advocate. Has a nice ring to it. You've been a bad boy, Wyll. I'd say your leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora, and at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You said my targets were monsters, but Karlak's no monster. I wonder what would, if I kill her now, would that make you happy? Anyway, let's go ahead with this one. Karlak's no monster.
How precious.
Karlak approved.
The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
You've been defiant. And defiance requires discipline. To wit.
You burn in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike your flesh. Your soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
I had every intention of killing Karlak in this playthrough, but when I got there, again, trying to play this from Will's perspective, kind of a role playing as Wyll, the way it played out, and the way the whole tadpole kind of revealed she was a victim, not an agent. But I couldn't really kill her. So anyway, here we are, paying the consequences. By the gods, what have you done to me?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands.
Now that didn't really play out right, because that was like the same line if you were not playing as Wyll. Like she goes, Karlak, keep an eye on him, and then I'll be keeping an eye on you, like she was talking to somebody other than Wyll. So that is a little disappointing that it wasn't like unique for playing through with Wyll. Again, like that whole ta-ta line, like I said, it was like she was talking to somebody else. But she wasn't. She was talking to Wyll. So anyway, is what it is, right? Moving on.
Wyll, I don't know what to say. I can't believe what you did. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. How can I thank you?
I'm just glad you're all right. I saved my sword for monsters. You can have my back when it comes down to it. Some advice on proper horn care wouldn't go amiss. That sounds like something Wyll. You know, Will's kind of, you know, he's a funny guy. He can be. He doesn't have a stick up his ass. I mean, he's a good alignment, yes, but he doesn't have a stick up his ass. So I like this. Some advice on proper horn care wouldn't go amiss.
Yeah.
See, and Karlak
I'm sure
approves.
you'd rather live without them, but those babies are absolutely magnificent. As far as I'm concerned, you've never looked better. Keep them clean and dry, apply a bit of seed oil now and again, and they'll shine. I'm grateful I get to travel with you, Wyll. You may look like a devil, but you're one of the most noble men I've ever met.
All right, now that was unique. That was cool.
Copper for your thoughts.
Now this is kind of a dumb question considering he already knows how he knows her. He already knows how she knows her. Yeah, exactly. So he already knows Karlak was working for Zariel. He already knows Missoura works for Zariel. So again, this is a really dumb question. So let's just go ahead and get it out of the
We were both
frickin'.
part of Zariel's inner circle.
Let's just go ahead and get it out of the way.
Choice. Me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Missoura envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Missoura was delighted.
She's given me no further instructions to harm you, at least.
I guess that's good news, right? Maybe Zariel's found some other poor sap to occupy her interest. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Okay, who else? Is that it? No, wait. This is at night. Here we go. Shadowheart's got something to say.
Something's wrong. I feel... it hurts.
I've never
Please
seen this
protect me.
before. Okay, yeah, I've never seen this before, and again, it's probably because I haven't been traveling with her, so I've kind of missed out on some dialogue. Darkness protect me. What do you mean by that? But I guess I'm more like, what was that all about? Or are you hurt? Let's go with are you
No.
hurt?
I'm fine. Forget it.
What was all that about? She said forget it. Here, let's go with darkness protect me. What do you mean by that?
It's difficult for me to talk about. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, just tell me what you're hiding. Alright, so this is probably going to lead to disapproval, but honestly, I'm pressing situational disadvantage. That is odd. 18 check. Yeah, this is strange. I could cast friends, but that will definitely lead to disapproval. So let's just not press the issue.
Please, it's nothing. Just let it rest.
Okay. Well, there was no disapproval there, so that's good. What about you, Astarian? Anything new?
For what it's worth, I rather like your new look. It adds a sense of drama. A little more flair.
All right, you're an odd. You're a fruitcake. An oddity. Not a fruitcake, an oddity. You're a dick, actually. You're an asswipe.
The blade of frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of yours. The blade's sting is real.
All right.
You look, well, the main thing is you're alive. Plenty to be grateful for.
I look horny. Come on, say it. I look horny.
Devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
No, because I'll always look horny now. There'll never be another dull day when I'm always looking horny. Okay, let's go ahead and rest. Let's get rid of all this heavy crap. No. Some booze. Not the decent selling booze, but the cheap, yes, the cheap booze. Alright, something was acting kind of laggy there for a second. That's all the cheap booze I got. Yeah, I guess we'll throw some fish in there too. Alright.
I've come to sate you and be sated.
Good.
I lead.
The blade plows against Yankee!
So you think. Let's see if you're right. Gith train relentlessly. We know our bodies inside and out.
I think I've got nudity turned off. I'm not really I don't really care to post any nudity because I've got some good ones.